Because you must have had some pressure the minute you two were together. Everyone was talking about, were you going to get married?
Even now, I still think it's really... Oh, God.
Yeah, we all love the swashy. We all love the swashy.
Even now, I think it's too early for people. People always say, every interview I ever do, every show I ever go on, well, when's the wedding? To Joe, they're like, have you proposed? Are you going to propose? And he's like, oh, I'd like to one day, because he knows that if he says no, then I'll be out the door.
But did you, I mean, we're laughing there, but on a more serious note, did you have to have that conversation kind of early on? Because I've talked about it on here a lot.
Yeah.
I had the conversation with Eamon, you know, my deal breaker was, I do want children, and you've already got 3. And if you don't, that's fine, and I perfectly understand. But there's no point us going, like, you down this road
Absolutely.
if in 3 years' time you're going to say, children? Oh, God, no, I don't want children.
I genuinely was really upfront with Joe, because at that point in my life, I just felt like I don't really want to be with anyone, I don't need to be with anyone, I really, really like you, but if it's not going to be forever, I've got 2 children, 2 cats and a dog.
But why are you saying that But why are you saying that if that marriage would be forever?
No, I'm saying that I personally would love to get married. So I personally want that whole fairy tale for my life, and eventually I'd like to fall in love and get married and have more children, and that's something I really want.
Little birds making your dress.
Exactly. Little birds singing in my ear when I wake up. Mice doing my wedding dress.
But what if Joe said, listen, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, have kids with you, all of that, but I'm just not ready. I just don't want the marriage thing because it scares me for whatever reason, and you're in love with him.
I'll take him to
would
therapy.
You just say...
Let's work. Yeah, I'd be like, let's work.
Would you end it?
I would end it if he couldn't come to the decision that that's what he ultimately wanted, because I wouldn't want to push another person into a life that they don't want either. So I think you have to get everything out on the table, be straight about what you want, what they want, and if it doesn't work, then you have to find something.
But in a way, when you've got
with.
children, I think that's easier because you're sort of thinking about your children as well as you. But